What you're about to watch isn't just a casual walk through London. It's a live test of policing by consent at one of the most sensitive locations in the UK. Filming is legal, questions are lawful, but tensions rise fast when authority feels challenged. Watch closely, because what starts as simple curiosity escalates into body cam failures, consent disputes, and serious firearm safety concerns, all unfolding in real time.
There we go, it's got a police car pulled up just outside. This is the Supreme Court next to me. What a gorgeous building that is. I've never actually seen any pictures of it or anything I know of. But yeah, look at that, amazing. And we've got a armed police unit parked just outside it, which is interesting. Don't know if I'm just being overly paranoid, guys, but it feels like I'm being watched by civvies in suits from all over. I do see a police van though on blues over there, so I need to go see what's happening up there. Gotta go get the scoop on this one. Hopefully it's not an accident or anything and everyone's okay.
What I might do is
let's go find out.
I'm heading back now.
That's completely taped off. All the way down there. Is there something like a parade or something coming through, or has there been an incident?
Just dealing with an incident.
Incident, okay, no worries. I thought it might catch a parade or something. It's quite a big corner off. Damn. Van on blues there. Couple of officers, some firefighters.
How long is it going to be closed for?
It's hard to say this one is fine.
How do I get to Westminster Tube?
Westminster Tube, you have to go all the way down there.
Just go on around the outside, that bit?
Yeah.
That way?
Yeah, on your left it should be there.
Yeah,
Is it, we're going to be closed for a while, yeah?
I believe so, yeah. It's hard to say.
interesting. Yeah, so we're going to be closed for a while here, guys, so I'm going to have to find another way around.
On the bus, you fucking prick. Go the back one, please.
Let's pause here, because this moment sets the entire tone of the encounter. The auditor is standing in a public space, outside the Supreme Court, a location that's undeniably high security, but still subject to public access laws. What's important is this: heightened security does not suspend civil liberties. The visible presence of armed officers, specialist units, and restricted zones often creates an assumption that filming becomes illegal. It doesn't. Notice how the auditor self-regulates, actively avoiding trespass. That matters legally. This isn't provocation, it's caution. And here's the question for you. Should lawful behavior suddenly become suspicious just because it happens near power?
Guys, got a very heavy presence in this one. So this is, so you got 2, 4, 5 Met police officers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm assuming PADP. Oh, there we go. I was about to stick my camera through the fence and take some pictures, but I don't know if they'd technically class that as trespassing or not, so I shan't. We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4 Met police officers in that bit, and somebody sat in there. I'm guessing he's the senior. Wow.
No entry.
What is this building? House of Parliament. Thank you.
Question. Would putting my camera through the fence a little bit to get a shot without bars in the way, would that count as trespassing?
You won't be allowed to do it here, but further down you can. I wouldn't put your hand.
Not risking. No, I won't risk it. Then I was about to down there until I saw the sign saying that it's covered under the thingy.
Because obviously you're going past the.
Yeah. I mean, it's a difficult one because I'm not. I mean, physically, I know.
Up to, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I was about to just like to get a clear shot without bars. I saw the sign. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Like, but oh, we go. I've got some gates opening. Got some footage of the gates opening. People are gonna get away from that sort of shot. Shame. Quite a lot of protection at this gate. Crazy.
This is one of the most misunderstood legal flashpoints in public filming. Placing a camera through a fence without crossing your body or entering restricted land sits in a gray area many officers react to emotionally, not legally. Watch the auditor's precision here. Slow movements, awareness of signage, and constant reassessment. This isn't reckless behavior. It's deliberate documentation of boundaries. And notice something else. No officer intervenes. That silence is telling, because intervention would require lawful justification. So ask yourself, if no law is being broken, why does observation alone make people uncomfortable?
Houses of Parliament before. We've got a lot of work going on it down on that area down there. Oh, and over on that side up there as well. Mad. I don't want the signs of it. Yeah. We've got a beautiful little garden area down there. Although the garden area looks like really fenced off, I don't think like anybody can actually use it. Yeah, so this is the public entrance if you want to come and actually visit the inside of the Houses of Parliament. And scan that QR code to book some tickets. Wow. If I book tickets, can I film while I'm inside? Are those two? Oh, the ones at the gate. Wow, look at that. That is a lot of scaffolding. A lot. Wow. That's some major work going on. Sorry, Charles. What's that building there?
This exchange is critical. A polite, factual question receives an unprofessional response. Jog on, weirdo. That's not enforcement, that's frustration. And frustration has no legal authority. Public servants are expected to tolerate scrutiny, especially in public spaces. The contrast between officers here is stark. One answers professionally, the other escalates emotionally. This moment matters because it demonstrates how easily lawful filming gets reframed as a personal challenge. Viewers, was the auditor unreasonable for asking, or did the officer let ego override professionalism?
There we go, so we got more of these red police vans, which obviously we saw last week at the US Embassy, so I'm assuming these are what differentiate the normal police from the PADP. Interesting. Hey, what are the red police vans?
Say again?
What are the red police vans?
They're still part of the Metropolitan Police. They just mark a certain style of officer.
Is that the PADP?
Yeah, well, they're part of the PADP group. Thank you
Oh.
very much.
Why are you filming while you're asking?
Pardon?
Why are you filming?
Public information. Why would I not? I'm making a video of London. I see something that's different, and I want to answer to
I
it.
don't mind my buddy, but that's the answer.
Yeah, thank you. You're very polite. You can, I don't
No,
know,
that's all right.
jog on,
That's okay. That's all right.
weirdo.
I don't want my face on your camera. That's what it is.
Well, don't stand in public.
I'm in my job.
Don't stand in public. Don't be a police officer and don't stand in public. Well, he shouldn't have started being rude. I was being perfectly polite, asking a legitimate question, and he started being rude.
He's just trying to do his job.
Well, no, he's not. He's not doing his job at all.
You've got to understand.
Oh, I think they were doing a controlled explosion down there, guys. I've had a massive bang. Ooh! That's mad. I think that's what all that, like, cordon off area. Damn. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we got one constant. Pardon?
You right?
Yeah, all good, mate. Yeah, all good.
Cool. Just wondering, came in just concerned about you filming certain buildings, just making sure everything's all right.
The House of Parliament is a
Oh yeah, but
tourist
there's other ones
attraction.
as well.
He's on
Pardon?
Victoria Street, was you earlier?
Pardon?
He's on Victoria Street, did you stand there?
This is policing psychology in action. The officer repeatedly emphasizes high-profile area, not because a crime occurred, but to normalize compliance. This is where consent becomes complicated. Legally, the auditor owes no identification. But socially, authority creates pressure. Uniforms, weapons, radios, they all influence behavior. The auditor articulates a critical truth. People often comply not because they must, but because they're intimidated. That distinction is everything in civil liberties law. So here's the real question. If consent is given under pressure, is it truly consent?
Profile area.
They film certain buildings, I get that.
Thank you.
But I'm just making sure that you're doing that as a like tourist sort of thing, because there's certain buildings they've been filming that I wouldn't go and film.
Well, that may not be of interest to you. Fair
Exactly,
enough.
so that's why I'm asking you.
Fair enough. But we all have individual interests, don't we?
Yeah, so I'm just asking why you were doing it.
Well, because obviously I'm interested.
What buildings are you interested in?
Anything that's owned by a public body,
Is that what
public
it is?
authority.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
you are, sorry?
1941 Alpha Whiskey.
1941 Alpha Whiskey. And yourself, sir? Can you verbally say that if I can't read?
2080 Alpha Whiskey.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, that one with the beard in that hut there, he's got a big attitude problem. Big attitude.
Why is that?
So I'm walking along and I see the red police van. I had an idea of what I thought it might be, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I go and ask the two gentlemen stood there.
Yeah.
I said, what's the difference between the red police vans? One of them answers me very politely, very courteous, giving me an honest answer. The other one's like, why are you recording? Why are you asking that? I'm like, well, I'm making a video. If I have a question because I don't know what it is, my viewers might not know what it is. They might want to know the answer. Like, and he's like, don't put my face on your camera. And I'm like, well, don't stand in public and don't be a cop. You know what I mean? Like,
Is that going live anywhere, is it?
pardon?
Is that going live anywhere?
No, I'm not live. No.
Yeah. Is it going to go somewhere, is it?
Potentially. It depends on how good the content is, really.
Well, this is really boring, isn't it?
Well, you say that, but I mean, depends.
Yeah.
What station are you guys attached to?
Charing Cross.
You're Charing Cross?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Sorry to hear that.
Well, it's not all bad.
Well, that's not what the reports say, is it?
Well, the
That's
reports say a lot of things, don't they?
Well, so does the
Media
evidence.
likes to twist
So
it.
does the evidence
Well, there's certain things, Sean,
supports
I'm not
it.
denying that. But, yeah. A lot of people based out of Charing Cross there.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you're also. I'm not not trying you all with the same brush. We're all individuals.
Do you mind if I take your details?
This is the pivotal legal moment of the entire encounter. The red recording light changes everything. Under UK GDPR and Metropolitan Police Policy, officers must clearly notify the public when body-worn video is recording. Without notification, overt recording risks becoming cover, and that carries serious consequences. Watch the power dynamic shift instantly. The officer goes quiet. The tone softens. Authority retreats when accountability appears. This isn't about catching an officer. It's about procedural compliance. Knowledge doesn't escalate situations, it neutralizes them. Ask yourself, how many people walk away recorded without ever being told?
Raise it, but do you mind?
I'm not saying
But
you need to give me the details.
but in an ideal world, you should finish that sentence to give a fully informed consent to a member of the public. Bear in mind, you don't have to. That would be the ideal way to really
Well, I
do
was
it.
just
Isn't it?
asking.
Yeah, but again, so for what purpose? Why would I want to?
Just again, for the purposes, because you're filming high-profile buildings, I just want to
Okay.
make sure that there's no issues going forward.
So you want me to willingly give you my details so you can create a report about me. So whenever I get stopped by the police, I have this flag next to my name.
But then it'll say that all you're doing was doing it for the purposes you're saying.
Well, no, not necessarily, because you'll say he allegedly says this. However, we suspect this.
But no, it wasn't for that purpose. It was to run checks just to make sure there's no
But-
previous incidents.
Okay, but again, so you want me to? You would want a member of the public to willingly assist you
That's what I'm asking
in
you.
potentially aiding in their arrest.
No.
But without, but again,
Is there a reason why I should arrest you?
no, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
It's
a
not.
member of the public, but.
It's not aiding in any arrest, is it?
Well, no,
It's
but
just spinning my words.
you've just said you want to run checks to make sure there are no previous. So potentially, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I would
Anything that I need to
potentially.
be aware of.
Well, again, it's not the obligation. I don't mean
Not
to be
saying it
rude
is.
about it, but it's not the obligation of
No,
a member of the public
and
to
that's
aid
why
in
I
any
asked.
investigation. And that's why you should give fully informed consent because.
I don't say I would
because because if
I asked you if you wanted to. Give
Yeah,
me
but
the
okay,
details.
but because-
I didn't say you had to give me.
but because all right, I know my rights.
So,
I know I have the right
I'm
to
asking.
privacy, right? And that's
Yeah.
fine. You also know that I know that.
Yeah.
Not everybody does. All right, I've had it before I knew my rights, before I read up on them. I've been stopped 3 times in my life. Funnily enough, after I moved to a city, within a short amount of time, where a police officer approached me and just said, "Hi sir, do you have your ID on you? You match the description of somebody I'm looking for." I didn't know my rights at the time. I get somebody approach me in a uniform.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got guns. And yes, you may phrase it politely, but that doesn't mean that people aren't intimidated by the mere presence of you, right? And that can be coercion,
Yeah,
seen
there's
as
not much I can do
coercion.
about that, really,
Well, there
is
is, because you
there?
can
I'm still
finish.
wearing uniform.
No, but you can
I still
finish
wanna
your
do my job
sentence.
at the end of the day.
But you can finish your sentence with bear
I
in
did
mind you
finish
don't
my
have
sentence,
to. But you-
This is no longer about filming. It's about safety. Firearm discipline is non-negotiable. A rifle muzzle pointed near a colleague's foot is a serious breach of training standards. Accidental discharges don't announce themselves. The auditor addressing this takes courage, because correcting armed officers carries risk. But safety transcends authority. Notice the reaction, repositioning, disengagement, silence. This moment underscores why public oversight matters. Accountability isn't disrespect, it's prevention. Would you have spoken up in this situation?
I was
For
going to put a
anything.
report on.
I mean, you're going to, because you've obviously been called and notified that I've been recording buildings. That goes on a report whether I like it or not. You know, and you know that, and I know that, so I don't know why you're trying to bullshit around it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the reason I wanted it now was just to make sure that there's nothing I need to be made aware of, just because of the circumstances, that's all. So I was just asking you.
Okay.
As you know quite well, you don't need to give us the details, but yeah, I thought I'd ask just to check.
So, there's no red flashing light. Oh, you got a red flashing light, that's interesting.
Got a red flashing
That's
light,
interesting, isn't it?
Well, you're recording me, I'm recording you.
Oh, yeah, but I don't have a body-worn video policy to follow. You do.
And what's that?
The body-worn video policy of the Metropolitan Police.
Right.
Right? So you need to verbally notify when you start recording a member of the public at the first most practical opportunity, because you become a data processor when you turn that on. Under GDPR, that is overt recording, and for it to be overt, and no, exactly. But I read the memo this morning. The guidance, sorry, clearly states that it's because it's overt, you must declare that you're doing it. Otherwise, because.
Well, if that is the case, I apologise, I didn't realise.
Okay, let me finish my explanation.
But then it protects you and it protects us.
No, I understand why you do it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong to do
Isn't
it.
So
Yeah.
That way,
I completely agree with you recording.
Been, racist or we've been use our power.
No, I completely agree with you recording. 100%. Yeah, perfect. I agree. But because it is an overt method, if you don't announce it, it becomes covert because I don't know that. And do you know what covert recording is covered under? The Regulation of Investigatory Powers Act. And by doing covert recording without authorization, it's 14 years in prison for you. That's why it's so important for you. Do you understand how serious your job is?
I see what you're saying.
And when you don't do your duty properly, how much trouble you can get
I'm
into.
trying to do my
You could do misfeasance in public office, 14 years. Contravening Reaper, 14 years. It's serious, man. You need to. You have body-worn video.
This case highlights 3 crucial lessons. First, filming in public, even in high-security areas, is lawful unless specific restrictions apply. Second, body-worn camera policies exist to protect both officers and the public, and failure to follow them undermines trust. Third, professionalism is not optional. It's foundational. From dismissive language to firearm handling concerns, accountability only appears when knowledge is asserted. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth police body cam and legal breakdowns.
Light, and I walk away.
Overt, though, as you say.
No, I know there's a camera there, but I had to peer around to see if the red light was flashing, so I can't see it from this angle. I had to check because I know what I'm looking for, but not everybody does. And if they walk away today, not knowing that you've recorded them, how do they know that under the Data Protection Act, Freedom of Information Act, and GDPR, that they have the right to access that footage? If you haven't told them they're being recorded, do you know you have to tell them? You have to be able to tell them they have the right to access it, and you have to be able to describe the process for them getting it. Those are the 3 things you have to do.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Have you learned something today at least?
You could say that, I guess. But are you giving me your details or not?
No, of
You're
course
not
not.
giving me
No,
details, okay? Because you never answered that question.
No. I mean, I thought I was quite clear.
It was
by
quite
the
clear, but I thought I'd
tirade,
just double check.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. What's your plans now?
Don't know. It's still quite early in the day.
It's quite early in the day.
Yeah. What time is it?
20 to 1.
20 to 1. Good time. It's 20 to 1. You know
Are
that
you
song?
staying in the area at all? Or?
Do you know that song? Look at the time, it's 20 to 1. No, it's Grimer, I think, by Dave. It's not really my kind of music, but But yeah, I just know somebody else used to play it a lot. Yeah, I don't know what my plans are, to be honest. I mean, like, I haven't really had a plan since I've got here. I've literally, I'll give you the truth, right? I came here, I just got off because this is Westminster area, and I've just walked around, camera rolling. It's still rolling, yeah, because it's a bit of cabin just cutting out randomly. But yeah, just walking around with the camera rolling, and I mean, you see a building, there's loads of security also stood in the doorway, and it's got no markings on the front of it. To me, that's like, whoa, what is that? That's interesting. What was it? The Ministry of Inspections, or the Ministry of Health and Social Care didn't have any markings on the outside. Yeah, all those ones around down there. Yeah, there's loads of them. You know, there's loads of buildings down there.
Well, fair enough. We'll leave you to it.
But yeah, so that's all I've been doing. So I don't have a plan.
Cool.
Not a man with a plan today.
Fair enough. We'll leave you to it.
Alrighty.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Sarah. Remember to tell people you're recording them. Everyone you're walking past now, you're recording them. Good man, good man.